Secretary Panchayat in Goa. Along with me, I have Shweta Nandwana. She is the Deputy Director, Directorate of Census Operations-Goa. And along with me, I have Shri Vijay Saxena, who is the Director Planning. Director Planning is also our nodal department here in Goa as far as the census activities are concerned. So we all know that Census 2027 is beginning for the entire country from tomorrow. Every state has notified its own dates. I'll begin with the constitutionality of the census exercise. We know the census is mentioned in the Union Subject List in the 7th schedule of the Constitution, serial number 69. The census that will be carried out will be under the purview of Census Act 1948 and Census Rules 1990. As far as Goa is concerned, the census in Goa will be conducted in two distinct phases. Phase 1 will be house listing and housing census that will begin from 16th April to 15th of May 2026 for Goa. The self-enumeration period will begin tomorrow from 1st of April to 15th of April. Phase 2 of the census is the population enumeration that will begin for the all India country. All India, it will begin from 9th February 2027 and will end at 28th February 2027 in the entire country. The census data will be released with the reference date of 00 hours of 1st March. So the outcome of all the census activities will have a reference date, that is the midnight of 28 Feb and the 1st of March 2027. As I mentioned, the census will be conducted under the Census Act 1948. The three sections that we require you all to give out a message also to the general public. Under Section 9 of the Census Act, the public is obliged to allow entry of census staff in his or her own house, to allow painting of number on her or his house under Section 9, and to give correct information to the best of the knowledge and belief under Section 8 of the Census Act. These are the three obligations on the part of the public that we require the cooperation from the Goa state. Under Section 11, there is an obligation of census officers to carry out the census activity in a very dedicated manner. Next, we'll come to the as I mentioned, Census 2027 is a constitutional exercise. This is the 8th census since independence, and this is the 16th census since 1872 when the first census took place. As far as the structure of hierarchy and the structure of the census operations in Goa are concerned, we have three districts and therefore we have three principal census officers who are the collectors of North Goa, South Goa and Kushavati districts. Then we have the census charge officers. We have divided Goa into 26 charges. These charge officers are deputy collectors and the mamaltadars. The enumerators and supervisors are primarily teachers. I will just give you the figure of the supervisors and enumerators in Goa that we have employed. We are employing 422 supervisors and 2,467 enumerators, including the 10% reserve. So total 3,086 teachers and other government office staff are employed for census in Goa. As far as the data collection is concerned, this is the first digital census. The data collection will happen through a house listing operation app wherein 33 questions are fed in, and questions will be in a form of a drop-down menu with the options below, where in self-enumeration you can fill in yourself, or an enumerator will begin the actual exercise on field from 16th of April, which will continue till 15th of May for our state. Enumerators and supervisors will have to use their own device. The remuneration for HLO Phase 1 and HLO Phase 2 is total 25,000 for enumerators and supervisors. The whole process will be managed and monitored through CMMS portal. Next, I'll come to the type of questions. So the 33 questions that I mentioned that will be taken place in the house listing census in Phase 1. The questions are largely on identification particulars, which includes your building number, house number, line number. Secondly, the housing condition, the material of floor, the roof, material of roof, use and condition of the house, ownership, number of rooms, number of married couples, amenities available, drinking water, lighting, latrine facility, drainage, connectivity, bathing, kitchen, LPG, PNG connection, and the main fuel used for cooking. Assets possessed, radio, television, computer, laptop, telephone, mobile phone, smartphone, bicycle, scooter, motorcycle, moped, car, jeep, van, and access to internet. The other question also include main cereal consumed in the household and the mobile number for census communication purposes. So these are largely the 33 questions that will be asked. As far as the self-enumeration is concerned, we will be beginning a self-enumeration from tomorrow. This is basically a portal wherein public can access this portal through a mobile number. They can answer the questions through a drop-down menu. They can either save the draft or they can edit or final submit it. After this, an 11 number ID will be generated. This number has to be shown to the enumerator whenever they visit the house during the actual census of the HLO operation. The enumerator will read and verify whether the answers are correct, whether you want to give it a final submission or whether you want to change it. Then that information will be submitted finally. End-to-end security is in place as far as the self-enumeration is concerned and otherwise also. Lastly, I would like to tell you about the training cascade that we followed in Goa. We had 2 national trainers with us that were trained in Delhi at the RGI office. We had the 6 master trainers with us that were trained in Goa. Then these 6 master trainers trained 50 field trainers. So 22 field trainers from North Goa and 28 field trainers from South Goa and Kushavati were trained. These field right now are training enumerators and supervisors. Total enumerators and supervisors, as I mentioned, are 422 and 2,467. With this, a final appeal to Goa citizens at large, through all of you, through the media, I request everyone to participate wholeheartedly in this constitutional exercise. Every response counts, every household matters. Census is a bedrock of informed governance, effective planning, policy formulation, and ultimately inclusive. Residents of Goa are earnestly encouraged to provide accurate information to the best of their knowledge and extend wholehearted cooperation to our officials. Thank you. Yeah. So self-enumeration app has 16 languages. Konkani is one of the 16 languages that is prepared and is ready. So maybe just give me a minute. Maybe if you want to see a 5-minute video, just recapping of what we have done. This was also showcased yesterday by our RGI at the National Press Conference, and then we can take questions for 5 minutes.
How to show this is SE.
Okay, this is a self-enumeration publicity video. Maybe since start, Kiran.
नमस्कार। भारत में शुरू होने जा रही है जनगणना, यानी देश में कितने लोग हैं इसकी गिनती। पर इस बार की जनगणना खास है, और खास इसलिए है कि इसमें डिजिटल तकनीक का इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है। जनगणना 2 चरणों में होगी। पहले चरण में हाउस लिस्टिंग यानी मकान सूचीकरण एवं मकानों की गणना, और दूसरे चरण में जनसंख्या गणना की जाएगी। तो बात करते हैं पहले चरण की। इसमें निर्धारित प्रगणक घर जाकर जानकारी एकत्र करेंगे और मकानों की गणना करेंगे। ये प्रक्रिया सेल्फ एनुमरेशन पोर्टल यानी स्वगणना के माध्यम से भी की जा सकती है। इसमें परिवार का मुखिया या कोई सदस्य पोर्टल पर जाकर अपने घर से जुड़ी जानकारी स्वयं भर सकता है। ध्यान रखें, एक मोबाइल नंबर से केवल एक ही घर का लॉगिन संभव है, जिसकी एंट्री परिवार के मुखिया की ओर से होगी। मुखिया का नाम बदला नहीं जा सकता। लोगों द्वारा पहले से जानकारी भरे जाने होती है। स्वगणना एक विशेष सुविधा है। ये उस विशेष राज्य या संघ राज्य क्षेत्र में मकान सूचीकरण कार्य शुरू होने से 15 दिन पहले उपलब्ध कराया जाएगा और ये सुविधा उस राज्य या संघ राज्य क्षेत्र में 15 दिन के लिए ही उपलब्ध रहेगी। जो चाहे वो स्वगणना के तहत पहले ही अपना विवरण दर्ज कर सकता है। स्वगणना पोर्टल में एंट्री का तरीका। सबसे पहले पोर्टल खोलें, फिर अपना राज्य या केंद्र शासित प्रदेश भरें, फिर कैप्चा भरें। इसके बाद स्वागत स्क्रीन आगे के चरणों का मार्गदर्शन करेगी। परिवार की मुखिया जैसे यहाँ सुशीला देवी अपना नाम और मोबाइल नंबर दर्ज करती हैं। अपनी भाषा चुनें, फिर ओटीपी से सत्यापन होता है। पूरी प्रक्रिया सुरक्षित और बहुत आसान है। जिला और स्थान चिन्ह यानी लैंडमार्क चुनना जरूरी है। मैप पे मार्कर दिखाई देगा, वही अपने घर का स्थान चिन्हित करें। इसके बाद HLO प्रश्नावली का पृष्ठ खुल जाएगा। अधिकांश प्रश्न विकल्प आधारित होंगे, साथ ही लिखने के लिए फोनेटिक और वर्चुअल कीवर्ड होगा। FAQs और टूल टिप हर शंका का तुरंत समाधान करते हैं। यदि कोई प्रश्न अथवा जानकारी छूट जाए तो सिस्टम खुद आपको संकेत देता है। सभी विवरण भरे जाने के बाद चेक करें। ड्राफ्ट सही दें, जरूरत हो तो संशोधन भी करें या अंतिम रूप से जमा करें। सबमिशन के बाद H से जुड़ा 11 अंकों का ऐसी आईडी आपको दिखाई देगा। ये आपको SMS से भी मिलेगा। जब प्रगणक आपके घर आए तो ये ऐसी आईडी आप उनसे साझा करें। आपकी दी गई सही जानकारी से हमारा देश सिर्फ मजबूत ही नहीं बनता, बल्कि उसकी वास्तविक तस्वीर भी सामने आती है। तो भागीदार बने और सहयोग करें। हमारी जनगणना, हमारा विकास।
So we also want to we also want to release so that it can be distributed on time to all of you. We want to release a Konkani brochure which has all the information about our activities and what we are going to do it. So after that it will be distributed to all of you. Thank you.
इसको ओपन करेंगे।
So this includes the process and the information. Thank you. Yeah, now we can take questions. We are also distributing one self-enumeration flowchart that's in English and the brochure for all of you. And I request that FAQs are on the census websites. They are very useful. There are around 25 frequently asked questions on census that may also be seen and may be circulated through media. Thank you. Yes, the head of the household is not strictly age-wise, or the head of the household is predominantly any well-informed citizen who can carry out the census activities. Only thing is that one mobile number has to be used for registration. There should not be any overlapping. One mobile number, one household. So that can be your any well-informed citizen. They can be your kids. They can be about issue about. Yes, so the app, HLO app, is not strictly internet based. They can be taken offline and it can be synced when you come to once you come to the internet zone. So it's not a. So SIR has nothing to do with Janganna and Janganna has nothing to do with SIR. They are two separate activities. 800 head count, 800 population. So this being the first time self-enumeration portal is launched, so very frankly, we do not will not rely much on self-enumeration. I would rather much rely on the actual census, the enumerator who will undergo a field and who will visit every household. Of course, Goa being a very literate state and a 100% literate state and very informed citizenry, I urge that anyone who is comfortable with self-enumeration, please employ that exercise. However, you don't have to worry. The enumerator will come, and even if self-enumeration is incomplete या कुछ अधूरा छूट गया है, so enumerator will come and get it filled by you. No data will be finalized unless the ID is shared to enumerator and enumerator reads your options and then final submits the answers.
मैडम सिक्योरिटी का कितने से ध्यान रखता है, क्योंकि हम लोग देखते हैं आजकल बहुत केसेस हो रहे हैं, किसी भी नाम पे आपके सेंसस के नाम पे कोई आ सकता है, घर में घुस सकता है, ऐसे केसेस हो भी सकते हैं सेंसस के टाइम पे, तो उसके लिए क्या यहाँ पे?
No, I urge all the residents of Goa that please check the ID card of enumerators, whoever is coming. The ID cards are generated through our portal. Already the enumerators and supervisor list is finalized, and through the CMMS portal we have started generating ID cards, bar-coded ID cards, wherein you can scan and you can just check what is his designation, which office he is employed and what task he has come for. So please check for the ID card which is being उनके जो गले में है. We have urged all the village panchayats and the panchayat secretaries as well as the panchayat officials for publicity and awareness of the task. That is 15th of 30-day period. To 15th of May, HL will be on the 5th April. Yes, edit option is there. Thank you.